After a full year and the movie being delayed for a full year, we finally have another trailer for Spiral from the Book of Saw. Let's do this.
Get everybody out of here.
Okay. Now I know what trailer's coming.
This package just came in.
Get everybody out of here.
Play me.
Hello, Detective Banks. Do you know where your officers are?
Jigsaw?
Wait, I thought the Jigsaw Killer was dead.
He is.
Find him. They get hours, not days.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can bust!
You can't do this alone.
Whoever did this has another motive. Something personal.
When was the last time you saw your father?
Jigsaw copycat. This is gonna go sideways fast.
I'm a left spin like a spiral.
All available units, officer down.
That was just a diversion to get us out of the precinct! I need everyone on this case! He could be anywhere. He could be anyone. We're gonna tear this city apart.
I'm a left spin like a spiral.
Hello, Detective Banks. When was the last time you saw your father?
Alrighty, real quick before I give my thoughts on it, go ahead and let me know what you thought down below in the comments section. Also know I did do a ranking of the Saw movies, but it was many years back. You can check it out right up here, and I do plan on updating that ranking when this movie comes out. I've actually started watching them. Actually, I watched all of them last year in anticipation of this movie coming out, and then it got delayed again. So I was like, I should probably rewatch it to have fresh notes and everything like that. But I fully intend to update that ranking. But if you want to see it as it was a few years back, it's right up there. I'm going to watch it one more time, then I'm going to start talking. Alright, so the Saw franchise is an interesting one because it started off with kind of an interesting concept about this character, putting these people in these tortured games to see if they can escape, to get them to kind of appreciate their life a little bit more. This real kind of sick, deranged thought that went into it, kind of the distinct style and the way it was edited, the way it was kind of non-linear storytelling, and then just the inherent nature of the games itself was this hook that was fascinating for a number of people. And then they kind of did it, and it was the first one directed by James Wan, who's obviously gone on to become this A-list director, and written by Leigh Whannell, who himself has become kind of this big, gigantic talent and done some amazing films over the last couple of years with Upgrade and The Invisible Man, which he directed. So there's a lot of talent behind the scenes, and it kicked off this franchise. And as they kind of kept going on, they cranked one out every year, like 7 years straight. And so to do that, and to keep up all the twists, the turns, and this layered mythology, it started just getting really convoluted. It kind of lost itself quite a bit and was turned into just being about what's the craziest contraption we can come up with, and how can we layer the twist, and but they lost story. They had nasty machines, they had shocking twists, but they didn't have a coherent story that was the through line for all of it. That's kind of what they were really missing since the first 2-3 installments of the franchise. And so that's where this one becomes really interesting, because it was like a pet project for Chris Rock, that he specifically wanted to get this done and had this idea of what to do with it. And then, so when you get Chris Rock wanting to do that, Samuel L. Jackson will do anything if you pay him for, but at this point in time, he doesn't have to do anything. He's made a lot of money, and he can get in lots of very high-profile projects. So the fact that those are the two people in it as our leads is very interesting to me. And from, in particular, this trailer, it sets up a lot more of the mystery aspect of it being the driving force, not let's just watch people being tortured to death. It gets back to the roots of the mystery being what drives it. Not just to trying to have a shocking twist, not just trying to have shocking images, but all throughout you're trying to figure out what is going on, who's doing this, why are they doing this. And the way the trailer's cut, you get a lot of setup for the police investigation, but you don't really get a lot of context for the actual traps themselves. Who is trapped when, and how is that taking place? And so while you get a good vibe for what it is, it doesn't feel like it threw everything out there. You couldn't do like a beat by beat, this is exactly what's going to take place in the movie based off what they've shown us. Or even, you don't really have a great idea of exactly what the traps are either. Like, looked like a person was on a subway or something like that. But so, just in general, I don't know, it felt like the fresh revival that the franchise needed. Like a return to caring about the mystery dynamic between a father and a son, and all of it getting nastier and nastier as it goes along as things spiral out of control. So, I dug the idea of what they're going for, and it seems like what the franchise needs, and it seems like there is enough of something there to make it a little bit interesting. So, I'll check it out. I'll have a ranking when that does happen. If you want to check out my old ranking and what my rankings used to be like, you can check that out right over there. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking movies too much.